But this year has been really special for you, man, as you've been really more in front of the camera as an actor. People able to be able to tell the talent you have in that way. What has it been like for you to kind of reflect on this year already, man?
Man, it's been real smooth for me. You know, transitioning from the modeling and getting into the acting. You know, a lot of people see me, they know me as a model, Travis Curry, and you know, they would ask the question, like, you know, what you got going on with the modeling things? I'm like, you know, I'm trying to transition over into the acting. So for me, this year was really big on the acting. So now people are starting to see me as the actor. So now when they see me, they're like, "Oh, you the actor?" And I'm like, "Yeah, y'all see me doing my thing." So you know, but I don't stray. I stay with the modeling for a little bit, but like I said, I just don't want to be known as just the model. So this has definitely been a big year for me.
So take us back then, Travis. I mean, when did you first know that you had been given something? Let's not even talk about modeling or acting. When did you know that you had been given something that you wanted to be able to share?
And when somebody decided to pay me to be a part of what they had going on, I'm like, okay, well, if you wasn't to pay me for your, you know, for my service, doing, you know, a shoot or a magazine cover or something, then that, I must have something going on. So once that happened, I was just like, okay, well, now that I know I can, I gotta perfect it. I gotta be something different than what's going on now.
You bring up a good point, because a lot of times, Travis, people, as you know, see something in us that we may not even see in ourselves. Did you see it in yourself initially, even though someone made the offer?
Not at first, no. I can honestly say no, not at first, because you know, I was raised in Florida. You know, I was playing sports, so that was always been my thing. You know, sports, working on cars, things like that. So when somebody was like, hey, you know, you want to get this modeling thing and try, and I'm like, no, what do you mean? Because I was always, you know, growing up, I was always seeing women do the modeling. Then you would see Tyson Beckford and things like that. But I'm like, you know, I don't have the lips and the eyes, and I don't want to do the makeup. I don't want to do, you know, just the pretty boy thing, because, you know, I like to think of myself as a rugged kind of guy, you know. So when they offered it to me, I was like, you know, but I tried it and it worked out.
So let's get into David. I mean, the response to that project has been crazy. When you first saw in the first 12 days the amount of streams that it had gotten, how did that make you feel?
Man, I was blown away, man. Because again, that role, I didn't even have that role. Somebody else had it. And Alizé, the director, contacted me like a week before they got ready to go in production. It was like, you know, the lead guy, you know, he not giving me what I need, you know, the emotion that goes along with the movie, he's not bringing it. And I really, you know how I am about my films, you know, so you know, I want to offer you the role if you want it. I'm like, yeah, because I had did the project before. So I'm like, yeah, and I had the script a week before. So then when I actually read the script, and I'm like, all right, this seems like something I could do. But when I got there and realized, you know, the emotion behind it, I was like, okay, well, this is something new, but we here now, so we're going to have to make it happen.
And that leads us then, of course, David, which is out for people to be able to watch, to Deadly Sexy, that is coming, of course, based on the book by, you know, I mean, the incomparable Beverly Jenkins, and then, of course, brought by Irish Bowling, Siri Austin Entertainment. I mean, how did you become a part of that project, Travis?
Oh, I got an email. You know, it was like, hey, we're working on this project. You know, if you're interested, you know, let us know. And you know, I read it, did some research, because I always do a little research, and I found out, you know, what was going on and how big this was. Then you know what I had going on. I was, you know, it was an easy decision. I was like, yes, yes.
Yeah.
And then for the lead, I was like, oh gosh, yes, please.
Right. And you know, we were just talking to another one of your castmates, Shel Purcell, about this project. I mean, Beverly being a legend, you know, with writers and also with readers. And then, of course, Siri Austin coming off the success of the Heart series that they have done. I mean, what was it like for you to be a part of the cast? Because I talked to definitely Shel about that. What was that like for you?
For me, well, it was definitely something I wasn't used to. When I went up there, man, we had like a whole press conference thing. And, you know, the people that already follow Miss Bev, they were there. So it was like this. That's when I decided, okay, well, I think I might have some fans. I might have a little juice now, but because of the production, you know, we got there, man, and I sat at the head of the table, you know, and I'm like, and they looking at me, asking me questions, and you reached this guy, and I'm taking pictures, and it was just an amazing experience. But then when we got into the production, it was like, whoo, Because, you know, we filmed 12 days straight, sun up, sun down.
You mentioned the fans, and, you know, we know you're coming into that part.
Mm-hmm.
What is it like for you, though, to be a source of inspiration? I've been asking people this because I think it's so important for people to realize it's so much bigger than just themselves.
Right.
People are looking at you and saying, wow. Just like you looked at Tyson or looked at others and said, that's not me. There are people looking at you and say, wow, if he did it, I can do it. What is that like for you?
Again, it's, you know, it's huge, man, because, you know, everybody started from somewhere. Everybody had somebody they might have looked up to, or, you know, knew somebody that they wanted to probably imitate, or, you know, be like. I hate to say be like, because it's like I don't want to be like somebody. I want to do some similar things, but I don't want to be just like them. I have my own thing. But for me, it's, you know, it's tremendous, man, because, you know, it could be somebody else like The Rock. It can be one of those guys, but it's like, it's me, regular old person. Just, I know they're regular people, but, you know, it's different levels. Right. You know, the level that I'm on, for somebody to be like, man, I want to be like this guy on the level that I'm on, that's huge, man.
Right.